Hey, hey, hey! Welcome to Pop-Up Hangoutlander. This is just kind of an impromptu. We needed to talk about some stuff. We had a Hangoutlander planned. We had Hangoutlanders planned for every month of the long, weary Droughtlander. And tonight we were just like, we've got stuff to talk about. We're not going to have time to talk about it in our next Hangoutlander, so we're going to do it tonight. I am Beth. I'm with That's Normal, and we have a fine-looking group of ladies talking to us tonight. We're going to introduce them all. The first two lovely ladies. You guys say hi.
Hi. We're together.
Yay! This is not a mirage. I'm visiting Nikki in LA, sort of. And I'm Becca, and I'm drinking a green juice from one of my favorite juice places in LA, because I always give Nikki a hard time for not drinking on these Hangoutlanders, but it's 7 o'clock. We haven't had dinner yet. I'm going to be drinking, but I have to eat first. So I get it. I apologize for this week.
I just ran in the door, so I just have this leftover water from my car. That was my traffic water.
Woo! All right. Yay. And who are UC and Moon exactly?
Oh. These are our alter egos. Surprise. Back when we ran a Twilight website, that's the names we went under, and because we think we're hilarious, we decided to be them tonight. So watch out, the bitches are coming out. Just kidding.
Just real quick, I remember the day that I figured out on Facebook that Moon was Nikki.
Like that defined.
Like, I was just so proud of myself for about 5 minutes. I was like, oh, that's who that is. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Aww.
It's like a whole nother year before I friended you or something. I think you friended me, actually. Anyway, all right, we're going to go back down the line. We have a new guest with us tonight. We are outing an Outlander. This is an Outlander first. We have an exclusive with Dougal's Beard. Hello.
Hello.
And who are you,
Hello.
dear?
I am Karen, also known as Dougal's Beard. Fan for quite some time. Huge fan of the That's Normal stuff, and I'm delighted to be here. And I'm drinking, and it has alcohol in it because I'm a big girl.
Yay.
Yeah.
And she's in LA, too, and still drinking. So you girls be pre-partying, and you're not.
Almost better.
I know we should have all been on the same.
That's why.
Well, we are very delighted to have Karen with us tonight. She's one of our favorite Twitterers, and we just wanted to chat with her, and we know she's going to have fun stuff to say. So next in line is one of our favorites. She's been writing really great stuff about Jamie Fraser lately. She's getting all the attention. I'm going to have to come up with something really good pretty soon so I can get it back.
Stop.
Julie, tell us what you're drinking.
Hi, I'm Julie. I am drinking wine as well. And yes, I'm in California, and it is 7-something, and I'm drinking. Why? It's a Wednesday.
You go, girl.
That's right.
Thank you.
So let's get this party started. What is going on in the Outlander fandom right now? It's bananas.
Seriously, I think the most important thing that we need to discuss and start with is peak fitness. Insert fitness music. What is going on with this? Number one.
What is it?
Okay.
Wait, let's talk about that.
Well, yeah. Did you watch the video?
I couldn't watch it because I thought it was
okay. I believe Sam noticed that Benedict Cumberbatch's fans were really hot, and decided he wanted his fans to get fit. And we heard you, Sam. We're gonna get fit for Sam. I have no idea. I'm assuming he has a good friend that has this thing and he's helping, and it's a charity thing. Yeah. That is all I can figure out.
Yeah, I actually know a little bit more about the people that are doing it. One of them, I think their friend or their brother or something was doing something on the show and introduced them to Sam at some point. So they didn't know him until recently, and I think he was just hanging out in their locker room and decided to put something together. I don't know. I agree with you. I think he was just like, let's let these ladies get in shape.
You know, if it's going to give me more images of him, like, lunging and everything with weights on his shoulder and a ponytail that I want to see on Outlander, then you know what? I'll reach the peak with him. He cares about my peak. He cares.
I love, so the burpee video, if you haven't seen him doing his burpees, which a burpee is the worst thing ever. I cannot imagine doing 5 minutes of burpees, so. But I love, in the comments, I love how someone was like, that was only a minute. And I don't think she was kidding. It was like it was a fast video. They sped it up.
Fan. That's an Outlander fan right there. You said it was 5. That was only a minute. I'm telling Diane. And Tall Ships production.
I love how somebody was probably like, we need this in slow-mo. Like, it's 5 minutes of him doing the same thing over and over again.
I was so bored. I just scrolled to the end to see if anything different happened. If you are doing the My Peak Challenge, please tweet us. Use the hashtag Hangoutlander, or just tweet.
So, I mean, they totally knew it was going to be like, you know, innuendo, right? Like, you're reaching your peak with Sam. Like, they had to have been sitting around going, this is going to be funny.
No, my favorite one is reach your peak together with Sam. I'm like,
yes!
I'm like, oh, my dream journal just came true.
Sign me up. Who wouldn't want that?
I volunteer.
Yeah, I volunteer as a, right.
I mean, they obviously know that it's double entendre. They're not idiots. They're grown men.
Yeah.
And if you look at all of the women who are responding to him when he tweets anything for Bear Strength, which don't even get me started on the name of that brand. So much sexual innuendo right there.
I know.
But it's all women who are doing it. Like, I did 600 burpees, Sam. Yeah, you did 600 burpees last year, once, twice a day or something like that.
Well, I'm sure that there are women out there that are doing something. I just started exercising. I have never exercised a day in my life.
And she's 101 pounds with a backpack on.
104.
I weigh 106 pounds, and
wow. She's already reached her peak. With Here you go.
But anyway, in December I decided to start going to bar classes, and so I've been doing bar for a while, and my abs look amazing.
I'm sorry, is that a horizontal bar or is that like a pole? What is this?
Aaron.
I told you were going to regret this.
I already regret it. Already.
The thing is fascinating. It's a huge. It's a Twitter visualization of lemmings running towards the cliff because an attractive lemming is on the other end. On the one hand, it's great. People are getting out there and they're getting active. That's fantastic. I work out every single day. I didn't need this to get involved. So I know what a struggle it is for some people. And if that's the power that Sam has and it's for good, it's to get people out there and to get them to do something, that's absolutely marvelous. But it has really, really crystallized and highlighted this very bizarre mental state of some of the fans of this series, and of Sam in particular. I think if he said, everybody needs to go out and buy used Plymouth cars, there would be a run on used Plymouth cars somewhere. It's astonishing the impact that he has on this group of people. Now, luckily, this is for good, but where does it end? Because this is just the start. Where does it go?
With great power comes great responsibility, Sam.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, no, it is a weird, think about all the celebrities we know of, and I don't think anyone's done anything like this before.
No.
Like a exercise.
Do you think it's like 20 years of pent up Jamie love just finally reaching its peak, or why are they so I think going back to Twilight, Rob Pattinson fans are crazy, but I don't know. I think this is 20 years climax of they're all letting it all out.
I think it's a mixture of fangirling maybe kind of for the first time. I mean, yeah. And on an internet scale instead of just kind of in your own home and with your own friends. So it's that plus the accessibility, I think. I mean, they're very accessible, despite the fact that there's a bit of a fourth wall between, what's going on and what we see and all of that, they're still pretty reachable. And I think that fuels everybody's, like, need to talk to them. I mean, with the Twilight fandom, to have any connection to Rob Pattinson, you had to attend 100 Monkeys or a Sam Bradley concert or go sit on a red carpet somewhere. You didn't get to talk to him. And so getting to touch, Marcus Foster's shoulder at a meet and greet in, 3rd and Lindley in Nashville was as close as you got to Robert Pattinson. But if you get to tweet Sam and he talks back to you, or you get to join him in a challenge or whatever, you feel very connected to somebody that you're admiring. And that's a huge deal, especially for people who, I'm assuming, have never had that kind of desire to connect with a celebrity before.
And he's also, he seems like a nice guy. Like, I really do think, watching him in interviews, I'm like, he seems like a genuinely nice guy.
And
so I think that's a bit, too.
So damn nice.
What?
He seemed nice, though. Like, just talking to him, he didn't even have those, like, smirky looks that some people give.
He's green.
He seems very sweet. Like,
bad hair, no beard, but sweet.
Yeah.
That's a trade-off.
I have to say, I really was very enamored with Graham. I felt like Graham was very personable and sweet and very accommodating. I mean, Sam is great. He's very earnest. Tobias is sex on a stick in person, and Graham is just so cool and chill and, like, willing to talk to people. And
Graham
was a little more. I felt like Sam was a little more, like, scared.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, look at the crazy adoration he's going through.
Yeah, more than anybody else, except for us and Tobias. But Tobias can take it because he's a man. I don't know why Gabaldon sounded really gross there. I apologize.
I think Graham was my favorite interview that we had, though. He really wanted to talk about sex breath mints, and I was like, let's do it, man. Let's go there.
It was interesting. We were not expecting that.
That's weird. All right.
Yeah. And he gave me this giant hug, and I didn't ask for a hug, and I was like, this is awesome. Like, let's hug forever.
You're rubbing his back.
Well, he felt really good. He works out a lot. He felt good.
He does it. Yeah, he has.
He has reached many peaks.
Jointly, by himself. Let's talk about Diana trolling herself on Twitter. Beth, I'm going through your list of homework. Beth gave us homework, bitch.
Lots.
This is how the homework works for those of you who are in any way concerned about how we do homework. When things happen in the Outlander fandom, Becky and Nika.
Wait a second.
Oh, man.
You just called us Becky and Nika. It's our couple's name.
Compliments to this Pinot Noir, Becca and Nika.
Becky and Nikki. Go.
Becky and Nika.
No. Wrong names.
Nikki and Becca just, like, go about their lives and ignore the fact that things are going on in Outlander world, and I have to give them the scoop.
We wouldn't know without Beth.
We really wouldn't.
Some people find out from Twitter. We find out from Beth emailing us.
Right.
We're asking for letters. Next time, a weekly letter recap would be more or helpful.
MailChimp. Yeah. Brought to you by MailChimp.
Mail.
I use that.
You do? If anybody is unaware what that is, Katrina now also just recently tweeted that she's watching or listening to Serial, and I saw a bunch of Outlander fans who apparently don't know how to use Google or Wikipedia or any search browser were like, what's Serial? And I'd be like, oh, it's so awesome, it's addictive. And they'd be like, I still don't understand what it is. Google is your friend. Google.
The almighty Google box.
But yeah, apparently Katrina's listening to Serial now. So that's what all that MailChimp business is. So now that the Outlander fans are listening to Serial because they finally figured out what it is, you can be up on something that happened 2 months ago. Also, so one of the things that I sent them for homework was a couple of tweets that Diana sent out where she was like, she was talking to Chris Parnell. Hey, Chris.
Hey, Chris. It's okay.
She said something about like, why isn't there a high five emoji?
There is. Yay.
There's lots of them.
You did this.
And it's just like she's trolling herself because she doesn't use emojis. She uses CompuServe speak from 1984, and we all know it. What is she doing?
I like that she ended up using 20 characters for her high five. Like, someone needs to show her alternate keyboards on her phone.
Hey, there's a great social media agency out there called Method Agency, Diana. Get you their number.
Wouldn't that be fabulous?
Call us, Diana.
That's our company. Psst, if nobody got that joke.
Wait,
Fabulous? Would it be fabulous? I don't know. I don't know if it would. Actually.
I don't know. That's why I went. That's my sarcastic face.
So there was another thing that we have to talk about because we have some differing opinions on this video that is where Diana's talking about the sex scenes. And I have a question because the video's date is from November, but did it just get released or just kind of get found this week? Because it doesn't have a ton of views.
I don't know. I just saw it linked onto something and found it was interesting. I think it's from, God, I don't know. I don't know where it's from.
Yeah, it's
recent though. It's a recent interview, or recent-ish.
It's from November, according to this.
Yeah. And
but anyway, so if you don't know what I'm talking about, try to put the link in the video if you're watching this after it's live. But Diana gets asked, I don't even know what the question was. What is your take? How do you write sex scenes or something? And the first thing she says, which again we always think she's got the kinkiest sex out there, and go girl, but she says, well, you don't get to be married for 40 years or as long as I have been without knowing a little bit, kind of like wink wink, like I got this going on. That's what she was saying. And then she kind of gets into how sex scenes are written, and one of the things she says is sex scenes are not about the sex and the exchange of bodily fluids, they're about the exchange of emotions, which but I also think there can be sex scenes between people who don't necessarily have any emotions for each other, they're just having some sex. That's a thing that can happen.
I think she's saying, like, there's an emotion underlying that. So, like, there's
Horniness?
a need, well, that, or there's a need to feel a connection, or a need to not feel lonely, or I think that she's trying to come at it from, like, a heady writer look instead of just the banging some bones together.
I think it's for her also trying to separate herself because so many people have tried to put Outlander in the romantic category or romance category. And that's a way she, I think, is also trying to distinguish herself from that romance category is this is sex scenes according to these romance books. Here's how I write a sex scene. It's totally different. And so, you know, I did like when she talked about the feelings involved in writing a sex scene. Other parts I did not agree with. So
yeah, and I think we can talk about what those parts are. And it's when she talked about rape. And Beth, I don't know if you remember exactly what she said. You did a good job of recapping it earlier, but yeah, I feel like we were just talking before we went live about how there is a lot of rape that's talked about, and sure, there can be books about that and stuff, but it can't sit well with somebody who has experienced that. Just kind of the way it was discussed just seemed a little, I don't know, what's the word, cavalier, just a little.
Yes, cavalier is a perfect word. It was very offhandedly, like she was just talking about sex scenes, and then she was like, even a rape scene is a sex scene, and then she just kept on going, and I wanted to be like, you know, like technically sure, but there is like a little bit of like this very nonchalant like attitude towards how she approaches that aspect of her writing, because it is very prevalent, and it's one of the major problems that a lot of people have with her books, or a lot of people who don't recommend her books would say that, you know, that they're either racist, you know, sometimes like with Mr. Willoughby and people like that, or, you know, that there's tons of rape in it, and then there's no, you know, there's it's not handled in a delicate way, and she would like flat out be like, but because that's not true to life. So anyway,
she handles post-rape in her books, and I'm not going to get into any spoilers here, I think actually with a fair amount of grace and a fair amount of understanding about how the event impacts the psyche moving on. But it seems like in this interview there was a disconnect between how she writes about it and how she writes through her characters about it, but how she articulates it as her own person. And that's very strange because as a fan it's hard to understand that how she's writing is actually maybe not completely and wholly connected with her as a person and her thought process, because why would it be? So it's a little shocking when you hear something like that from this woman who has written about any number of things, not just rape, in a way that you're like, oh my God, I love that point of view. To hear her be maybe a little bit flippant and somewhat cavalier about it is very strange.
Yeah. Well said.
Thank you.
That she's written so much about it, like it's not like I don't even know the word. It's not
desensitized almost to it.
Yeah, she's a little desensitized. That's the perfect word. Yeah.
I think maybe she is used to the criticism, you know what I mean, and probably has addressed it in other publications or in other ways. I mean, I know she wrote a whole treatise of some sort about writing sex in novels and how you do it, and I would assume that she's dealt with criticism about gay sex or gay characters and perversion and BDSM and rape and just the whole gamut of things that are kind of dealt with in Outlander. I think that she's probably kind of maybe over talked about it at some point, and so that's why in this interview she was just kind of like, and even rape is a sex scene, and she's figuring if anybody's upset with her about saying that, they can go back and find out why she thinks that and why she says it. And
I think we are a little more, I think rape is so much more in the media, more in the public, and it's not as like, I'm not saying rape is accepting at all or ever was, but I think we just hear about it a lot more in a different way than maybe we did even when she first started writing about it.
Yeah, someone tweeted us, ex-Libris Kate tweeted, the conversation about sexual assault has changed a lot since the first book was written.
A lot.
Oh, wow.
Awesome.
Yeah. I think something that may not, again, if you don't have a personal experience or somebody that has personal experience with it, if you don't, it may not, it bothers me, I'm coming out and saying I don't have that. I don't have anyone close to me that does, and I am so uncomfortable. I mean, because it's a horrible thing, and I maybe wouldn't have been, when it wasn't as in the public, or just because I think we see rape and sexual assault, even just thinking about like what happens in Greek life on campus. It's just talked about a lot different. I mean, we see that is rape. That's not, maybe 15 years ago, I don't know that someone would have considered that. Someone getting drunk and then being raped.
Yeah.
A lot of people still don't consider that rape. So I think the conversation has changed. It was a really good point. Ex-Leaps. She tweets us all the time. I never know how to say your Twitter names, guys, ever.
Ex-Libris, and she's Kate, and she's awesome. She's my friend.
Oh,
my friend.
Speaking of gay sex, can we talk about how Sam is? He accidentally followed a fan on Twitter, and now there's this whole campaign about Sam's fans follow. You like that? That's why I started laughing in the middle of us talking about rape, because I thought of that joke in my head. So
this is the best story.
This has been tweeted to us a few times too.
Yeah,
so.
the people are waiting for us to discuss this. So hit it.
I love it.
Bring
okay, so as far as I can tell, Sam accidentally followed a fan. Now, I don't know this fan. Her name is Barbara. She's probably lovely. I think it was probably an accident. I don't think he probably meant to follow a random fan for no reason.
I accidentally follow people all the time.
Yeah, it's easy to do.
Yeah.
I'm not saying she's not totally cool. She's probably totally cool.
Yeah, we're gonna get
However, following fans is not his MO for the most part. So she gets excited, obviously. I mean, take screenshots, DM the hell out of him, and take as many screenshots as you want. That's an awesome thing to do. But Sam, in his lack of PR leash kind of world, decided to tweet her back and say,
whoops,
I'll follow you for a week, and then you can nominate another fan for me to follow. How's that sound? And she's like, that sounds great. So is he going to unfollow her in 7 days and then...
Yeah.
That's what that means. If you say, I'm going to follow you for a week. That means he will not be following her at some point after 1 week.
Like,
Okay, so I get that part of it. But then all of these other fans are like rushing to follow her and talk to her. She's like the most popular kid in school right now. Just so she'll eventually nominate them at the end of the week.
So what's the rules? Barbara gets to say, this is the fan you should follow.
Yeah.
How many times have you tweeted her, let's be honest, bad?
Not once.
Aww.
Not once.
Right.
Because I want Tobias to follow me.
Obviously.
We're gonna tweet
Follows
you.
us, by the way.
Tobias follows us.
He does.
OMG! How did I not know this?
I don't know.
PM Tobias?
Not Tobias, Graham.
Oh.
We're gonna do
everyone.
a lot of ground tonight.
I want to know, what is she going to do with her week with Sam? And I'm going to title this, How to Lose Sam in 7 Days.
I just spit wine on my computer. It's so gross. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, what would one do? I feel like this is your next bestseller, best post, Julie. My week.
I would have me doing burpees as well. Or trying to, and asking him, how's my form?
In true Hollywood fashion, Kate Hudson will play Barbara in the movie How to Lose Sam in 7 Days.
You guys,
But who gets to play Sam?
if
Is
you
the
look at
question.
our icons, can you see our icon today? It's Rob and Pattinson and Kristen Stewart in How to Lose a Guy in 7 Days.
Synergy. That was synergy.
That's what we do here at Netflix.
Oh gosh, that's fantastic. Well, I
I
mean,
mean-
seriously, she should be like impressing the hell out of him. Like,
A lot of nude photos.
Uh-huh.
I think a lot of.
No, we don't need that. I'm begging you.
GM,
No.
we won't have to see them.
He can send her as
Yeah.
many of those as he wants,
He wants
which
to
she
do-
will then hopefully repost.
I would send him so much. Oh my God, the ideas. I can't even talk right now. I'd send. Oh.
So
I
who
would
who would be your one phone call from jail then?
Probably
Oh my God. And I would screenshot every single tweet he ever made.
oh,
Every
yeah.
single tweet.
We want to hear from you. What would you do with your 7 days with Sam? Please tweet us. #Hangoutlander. We'll share our favorites.
I think here's what I would do. I think we should answer this question. Get the ball rolling. I'm twisting my hair. I've been doing this since I was a little girl. I'm sorry if it bothers you.
About being friends with Sam.
If I had 7 days of Sam, I think I would talk about Tobias the whole time.
Give
I
him
would
a
just-
complex.
I would just ask questions about Tobias. Ask if he'd kissed Tobias. Like, how long did you get to make out with him?
Does he use tongue?
Yeah.
Like, he used tongue with Katrina.
And just be really obnoxiously, like, into Tobias. I think he would find that a breath of fresh air.
Oh my gosh. Anybody else have an idea? I'm thinking.
I would just on the last day, the 7th day, just let it all loose and just be like, here's what you should do with your hair.
I go last day. I go first day because guess what? This contract lasts for a week.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
Why wait till the last day?
I would just devote, 1 day to the hair, and the rest could be to me going to, what's that one movie that he's in that every, fan is now, obsessed with?
Christmas. Right?
No, it's the one where I don't know, it's the one that they're all campaigning for to get, ultimate release or something like that. Or
Emulsion and Heart of Lightness.
Right.
I would be like, oh my god, there's so much I would do. So much. I would tweet him 3 X's every hour.
That was classic. Yeah, first things first, haircut.
Haircut.
Makeover. You gotta get a makeover, dude. The T-shirts in public, the fees, I mean, come on. You're a superstar now. This is not acceptable any longer.
Right.
But definitely a haircut. And somebody needs to either shave the beard or get a fake one. Because that scraggle, no.
Yeah.
I'm confused by the Scraggle because if they're not filming, I guess they're not filming until May. And his hair, too. if they're not filming till May, I mean, couldn't he do a little trim? Just, I mean, it grows, hair grows, and he works out, so it's going to grow faster. So.
I think he's doing an indie movie in his hiatus time, his time off.
Yeah.
And I guess he can't cut his hair or change the color, but maybe he has to grow a beard.
Yes. Before we get to that, I just want to make a public plea to Barbara Mills. If you or anyone you nominate on the heart, you will nominate That's Normal, because we will provide everyone with 7 days of fucking awesome tweets to Sam. I'm just putting it out there. You give us that nomination, it's over.
Yep.
Done.
You're right.
Okay.
One of those days may not include or may include a nudie shot of one of us.
I've been working out. My abs look amazing.
I think we know Sam's type, and I can find. We know Becky, cousin Becky.
Cousin Becky.
We've got blondes out there. We got Nikki lives in LA. You can find us a skinny.
My sister-in-law is blonde, and I would be like, Sarah, do this for me. Take one for the team. You love my brother. Go.
Gross.
I mean, we'll figure out a schedule where there's someone tweeting every hour. Like if we need to do one of those, 24-hour prayer vigil situations, we have it covered.
We'll just say this. We've had a test run because when we were in Comic-Con, he was following us on Instagram.
Right.
Because he had the Outlander Stars Instagram for a short amount of time, and they were like pictures of me without makeup on, covered in Outlander bandanas, and like pictures of Becca's legs in shorts. I mean, it's just our regular Instagram feed, and it was total bananas. And he saw us, and he was like, "I'm following you guys on Instagram." We were like,
"That's true. We can make this happen."
So we've got a test run under our belts already. We're ready.
Tweets for Sam. Hashtag tweets for Sam. I can see it for 24 hours.
Oh, it would be amazing.
You're so excited. I'm getting hot thinking of this.
If you're following us on Twitter, Nikki recently retweeted the rules that someone has come up with for Sam's fan. What's it called?
Sam fan follow.
Sam's fan. And I think we may not qualify, and I don't give a shit. So we would like somebody to nominate us. Yeah. Sam did not make up these rules, so we can still do it, girls.
Oh, it's hashtag Sam's fan follow. Clearly we will never do this, but I think we should still be nominated.
Well, I don't understand it. Like, who made up these rules?
It doesn't actually say. It's not tagged with any, like, specific
Not that I can see it. Let me just read a few.
Okay, do it.
How to be Sam's perfect follow. Be loyal and true fan to Sam Heughan.
I think that means don't make fun of his hair. Whoops.
Oh,
wait, that's not fair.
Minus one.
Be loyal to our clan.
Yeah.
Clan fandom and Outlander family.
I mean,
that sounds like a cult. Okay, go on.
It's an Amway cell, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
This is an MLM. Promise to not harass Sam during your reign with 2 tweets.
Nope, can't do it.
Yeah,
sorry.
No.
I mean, the whole point is to harass him. That's the whole point.
I love that. This was a total accident. Nobody comes up with this idea. No celebrities follows a fan for a week. If it was not an accident, he would not have even acknowledged it. He would have just been like, "Hey, Barbara, love ya. What's up?" Not like, "Hey, I'm gonna only follow you for a week." It's really cool.
Yeah.
Why didn't he just unfollow her? I mean,
I mean, that
that
is bad
option is
PR.
there.
He should have just muted her and gone about his day and pretended like it didn't happen. You know what I mean? But like, she was tweeting him a lot, and people were tweeting him about, and I guess he just felt the need to say, "Oh, hey," come up with something. It's actually not a bad idea in terms of coming up with something to do.
Yeah, it is, but it's not. He doesn't work with an agency. That was not his. He's like not smart on social media. That's not him. We just heard that some people aren't able to watch this on mobile, which I actually should have known because I tried it on my phone too. We'll be tweeting the actual link to YouTube, or you could just look for That's Normal blog on YouTube, and you should find. I don't know. We'll send you the link in a minute.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
And
This is what's weird, though, is how to be nominated to be the Sam fan follow next week. I'm sorry. I'm going to use a little bit of language here, but fuck you. Like, I don't need anybody else to tell me, like, how to get Sam to follow me just because he accidentally. That's ridiculous. Who are these people?
I think we just scared Karen.
Karen was like,
I just don't. I've had a lot of wine, but no, you don't get to tell other people how to go about their tweets. I haven't followed little Barbara. She's not a friend of mine. I'm going to let her go about her day and go tweet Sam and have a great time. More power to her. That's great. I don't need like a holy crap.
you're drunk, girl.
I do follow her. She followed me like the first week I started this Twitter handle.
Oh my
and
God.
she's lovely.
She followed you?
Yeah, I think so. She's on my feed. That's how I found out about this.
Well, that's
Karen,
great
you have an
news.
in. You
You know what? You're right. I do have an in. Holy shit. You bitches are out. I'm in.
DM her. Hey, how's it going? How's it going, Sam? Hey, we told about us yet? We told about That's Normal?
She's lovely, and she had some conversation about how he DM'd her mom or something. I was sort of watching it in the airport security line, but she seems lovely. She seems nice. If people want to kiss her ass so that she nominates them, fine, whatever. I mean, it's Lord of the Flies. That's what the internet is. Let it roll. Let's see what happens.
Oh, who's Piggy?
I'll just be watching it from the sidelines.
Drinking my vino. Speaking of fan stuff, I watched that Sam and Kat. Kat? What's her name?
Katrina.
Katrina.
Kat. Okay. Well, Kate? Do we also call her Kate?
No.
I don't
No,
know.
we call her Kat. Okay, I'm confused. I'm drunk. I'm not. Sam and Kat, the fan questions, which actually was a great video. Some of their videos haven't been great, but I liked that one. Did you see that one that Access Hollywood did?
Mm-hmm.
I love how they played Kiss, Marry, what was the other thing? Kill. Kiss, Marry, Kill.
I
was like, ah.
We've done that with them. Well, maybe not with them.
Yeah, which of course, obviously, in our world is fuck, marry, kill. That's how it should be played, but whatevs.
I saw one the other day that was do, date, or dump, and I really liked that one.
Oh, that's cool. That's better than
Cute.
Kiss.
Oh,
Marry.
yeah.
Yeah. That was good. What else did they ask?
Their guilty pleasures, which Sam said I think was eating almond butter with his fingers.
Oh, come up with something better.
Oh.
Guilty pleasure is healthy. It's something healthy. That's ridiculous. Now I'm thinking of him licking peanut butter off his fingers. Hold on.
That's the bear.
So that's something. That's a tiny theme in her later books.
Really?
Almond-
Almond butter?
Yes, because people get older, you know, and they need a little help.
Maybe
Get
it's
moved.
good.
Wait,
Deep cut.
Karen, please explain. What?
So in her later books, these people are getting older. The females in particular. Okay, Claire is getting older.
Uh-huh.
And she still wants to have, this is not a spoiler, folks. These people have sex for a long time, okay? So don't shoot the messenger.
No spoilers. It's fine.
Almond butter is something that Diana has used and has actually talked about how Claire gets ready to have sex with Jamie.
Wait a minute. As a lubricant?
Yes.
Oh, ow! Sand.
It's not coconut oil?
Almond cream, almond butter, whatever. I mean, come on, they're in the backwoods of North Carolina, okay? This shit happens.
Doesn't it look like peanut butter?
Is it
I don't know.
almond butter has grit in it.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking grit in the, you know.
I am dying.
I'm sure I will be corrected in milliseconds by the Twitterverse about what the actual almond something was. But yes, that's something, I literally just read it like 2 nights ago. So when I saw the tweet about it, I was like, why is everybody reading the same 2 passages in book whatever as I am? It was very, very random. But now I know what the genesis of it was.
So he
was a method actor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a deep cut for
That
him.
was a deep cut reference for the fan.
He has not even finished book 2.
Thank you. Can he read?
He has not finished book 2. I know this. Like, come on.
Nikki and him will turn
I think Diana gave that to him as a gift. She's like, here's some almond.
Oh, right, maybe
Oh.
so. It was almond something.
Yeah.
It was
Almond
probably
something.
Maybe it's almond extract.
No, it wasn't that.
I mean, maybe almond
Don't you make
butter.
cookies with almond extract? I mean,
I don't know.
I just can't imagine putting that in my nether regions. Nether regions?
Neither.
Well, you're not 60.
Yeah. Maybe when I'm 60, I'll change my mind about slopping the almond butter up there.
Please tell me Jamie slathered on like some form of jam down there and they made peanut butter and jelly, the first peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Peanut butter jelly time. Peanut butter jelly.
I just had some festival for dinner, so let's bring that full circle.
We're bringing it back.
Katrina's guilty pleasure was Real Housewives of something.
Beverly Hills, and she was super embarrassed about it.
She should be. That's terrible.
Yes.
That is a guilty pleasure. That's a guilty pleasure.
It is. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was totally good.
Almond butter's not a guilty pleasure, Sam.
It's disgusting.
It depends on where you use it, apparently. It becomes a guilty pleasure.
Right.
Boom.
So real quick, we need to wrap this thing up. So let's talk really quickly about the trailer. It came out. It's the second half of the season. What do we think?
That song was terrible.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna throw it out there. What were they thinking? That was like cheap music they just found for free. Like I don't even know what that was.
I think it's actually the Stars preview music.
Well, spend a couple dollars, stars, that you got in Outlander T-shirts on your site and buy a song. Like that was ridiculous.
From the goblet set that cost $120. Take your
Well, not
profit.
Sam, I don't think. I mean, did you see the hotel room he was in or wherever he was for the burpee thing? It
No.
looked like the Motel 6. So they're paying him.
True. Save what you're saving on. I bet Tobias makes more, to be honest. He's more famous. Yeah, it looks great, but I think when that music kicked in, I was just very like, I'm such a... Music can really just affect everything, and it just really was like, I'm not going to watch that again. That was
Terrible.
sucked, but it looked good.
Yeah. It was like a remix. I don't know. It started to make me go, God, I wish that My Heart is a Jungle song was back for a second.
I think my biggest question was, when did a duel happen? Is there a duel
Spoiler.
first?
Yeah, I think
It hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, I think it's
Well, who's in it? It's a flashback?
Oh.
He is inconsequential. The person he's dueling is inconsequential. The geography is not. Where it happened is not.
Okay. All right. I will take that. And
yeah. And I'm confused about why it's in there anyway. It's not. It doesn't seem to be really pertinent to the plot of the rest of the book. But whatevs.
What do we know?
Whatevs. I'm not even. I don't even remember what was in that trailer.
Written on the internet.
Drinking on the internet and saying cuss words like I don't have kids and a dad who's a pastor.
No one knows who you are. You're anonymous. We're used to the moon.
Super anonymous. So anonymous.
Before we wrap, I just have to tell you a little story. Jamie. Hi, Jamie. We miss you. Beth and I jumped on the call about 6:30 Pacific time. That doesn't matter. Half hour before it was supposed to start. And the light popped on behind her. You see right behind her in the right. And you probably can't right now, but if you see it, there's a doorway. The light popped on, and Blurtlander was at the stove in his underpants.
Oh, Blurtlander.
He didn't know. He didn't know he was on camera. He was just standing there in his underwear, like scratching himself and getting something to drink.
Was he eating almond butter? Was he
Grabbing almond butter.
He would never eat almond butter. No.
He doesn't eat it. That's not the point.
Yeah, you
don't eat it. Well, I mean, maybe you do, but.
Uh-huh.
I have water-based lube. I don't need it. I live in the 21st century.
You go to CVS, you don't go to the health food store.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
We got it taken care of with synthetic chemicals.
Better than green chemicals, yeah.
Thanks.
Well, this was awesome. I'm glad we had a pop-up chat tonight because there definitely was a lot. And we are chatting again next Tuesday, the 20th, same time, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, all the in-between times for all you people who live in between those two important parts of the country. And we're going to talk Jamie Fraser versus
Jimmy Fraser.
Jimmy Fraser versus Jericho Barons. Oh, look at Julie. Yeah, Fever Series and Outlander. It's time. It's time we talk about it. So
And if you haven't read Fever Series, you have time. It will not take you a week.
no, you'll get through.
True.
Yeah, we need to retweet that post about when Elise was reading Fever because yeah, it's awesome. But there
So
is, yeah, it's
just
awesome.
buzz through it and join us on Tuesday. It's gonna be It's gonna be a great chat.
Thank you, Julie and Karen, for joining us tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you. It was
All right,
lovely.
guys.
Awesome.
Good night. Bye.
Night.
Bye.